Okay. Let's see. So, just making sure everything is good to go here, because I haven't done this kind of thing yet. But yeah, so welcome to the first Astral Horizon playtest. This is something I wanted to try out, where I kind of do a live playtest on stream. So I'll be playing through the game on the stream, but you can also play it yourself if you join the Discord server and go in the Astral announcements channel. You can get the current build. It's the same build that I'll be playing, and there's some more information in there. So yeah, that is the plan for today, depending on how many people show up. If anybody shows up, it's always possible that there won't, but that's okay. But yeah, depending on how well that goes, I'll probably go for 1 to 2 hours, just playing through the game and answering questions, making tickets and stuff for me to work on. So yeah. Whenever you want to. I'll actually go ahead and post the Discord link in the chat. I think it won't be able to be visible in the chat for people who join later, but if, yeah, I think I'll just have it copied so that I can paste it in the chat whenever somebody wants to. So, yeah, let's see, for now, oops. I'm gonna just go ahead and post the Discord link, and I'll just post that again if anybody requests it. Let's see, anything else? If you're going to play through the build, it would be super helpful to record a video of yourself playing. That's, of course, completely optional, not necessary or expected at all, but it would be quite helpful if you do that. And there'll also be a quick survey when you either finish the game or quit the game. That would also be super helpful, but again, is also optional. Yeah, I think that is it. So I'm probably going to start playing here, and I'll answer questions in the Twitch chat or in Discord, and also respond to any. I'm in the voice channel as well, so you can say hi if you're in there or ask questions there too. Let's get started.
I'm trusting you that this isn't a virus.
Google
does not trust your file.
Yeah, that is a. It will probably tell you it couldn't scan it for viruses, so you will have to take it on good faith that this is not a virus.
I like to think that if it was, you'd save it until there's more than just me here.
Yeah, that would probably be ideal.
Like, Sanders would be the ideal target, obviously, but you know.
Alright. You're juggling a bunch of windows. Alright, let's get started. Oh, and I'm gonna go ahead and put on the audio, or on the music. It's a bit loud. Uh-oh, my dash sound is broken again. Oh, and so, okay. Yeah, I know why that happened. There's my first note of the stream. Need to fix the actual bug that causes that.
Dang, Windows Defender also really doesn't like this app.
Uh-oh. You should be able to get past that, I think.
Oh yeah, you just have to click past and click run anyway.
Yeah. Hey, Encrypted Cow, thank you for following. And welcome to the playtest. Let me know if you are not in the Discord yet and need me to post a link in the chat. Yeah, this dialogue does... Hey, Tony. Glad to have you here. This dialogue does go on for too long. Okay, you see the link. Well. I'm going to make another note that the dialogue in that shaft is too long. It is more of an opinion thing. I'll see if other people have the same opinion on that. Oh, okay, it's still giving me that tutorial. That's not ideal. I think that I like the effect that I have on the with the music, where it kind of gets muffled in the vacuum sections, but I think it is the volume difference is too much. I think it's too quiet in the vacuum and too loud in the air parts. I thought I had fixed this issue where they aim like this. Because he's supposed to be able to tell here that he can't hit his targets. Alright, so when you get here, I'm not sure how obvious it is to look around. Oh, that is weird. What is going on here? Health back. Curious to see what approach people take fighting this boss guy here. Because I think until very recently, it was really easy to cheese him by just standing in one place and, like, shooting on him constantly. Because you could kill him faster than he could kill you. But I don't think that's the case anymore. So I'm hoping that people will, like, use a, like, fun strategy against that, but that's something I will have to see. Alright, now this outer section is where stuff actually gets kind of hard. So let's see if I can do this without dying. Yeah, because the snipers show up here. Looks like my allies are getting killed. Uh-oh. Yep, I died. I think the revive thing is not super useful because if you do it in combat, you're probably gonna die. And once you finish combat, they get auto-revived. So maybe I have to make it a little easier to revive. I'm gonna get the sniper rifle. They drop it around here. Oh man, it flew out of the playable area. Well, there should still be a couple more sitting around. There we go. Let's drop the pistol. Now, again, I'm not sure how obvious it is that you're supposed to go this way, especially since this trench ahead of you is kind of open. You're gonna have to maybe rethink the level design here a little bit.
Dang, these guys are pretty ruthless.
Yeah. Are you playing or watching?
Mostly playing, but I'm switching back and forth.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, Michaela does handle her problems with violence.
I feel like the levels could use some sort of indicator for what's up and what's down.
Well,
Like on the walls, I mean.
you see you're
Just
in
something to
space.
visually tell that you're upside down.
There's no up and down in space. But yeah, no, you're right.
But all of the NPCs are like walking on the floor and ceiling like it's floor and ceiling.
Yeah. No, that's fair. It can be easy to kind of forget to like get
Yeah, I guess it
disoriented.
just like helps you feel more grounded,
Yeah.
even if, you know, you're trying to be in space.
Now I want to see, because in this last part, you're really not supposed to be able to kill all these guys. You're kind of just supposed to make a run for it. Uh-oh. Alright, that is an error. So, what's going on? Oh, man, that error, I thought I had fixed that. Okay. gonna go ahead and copy that. Hopefully nobody gets stuck here, but okay, yeah, hopefully the playtest doesn't get stuck there for everybody, but it is a possibility. We'll see. I'm not sure there's a way out of this, so I think I'm gonna have to restart the game. Yeah, let me try that again. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. To load my autosave. Is it this one? Oof, okay. Yeah, so that's definitely broken. If anybody else gets stuck there, let me know. Maybe I had basically finished throwing here. Let me try one more thing. Can possibly reload the earlier autosave and see if that works. Uh-oh, okay. No, okay, that worked. Alright, so if you run into that bug, you might have to just reload an earlier autosave. I'm just gonna skip the cutscenes in here. Should add some dialogue here. If you try to... So basically you have to order somebody to activate one of them while you activate the other one. So I should add something kind of hint if you're just trying to activate one and not realizing that, because that is not obvious at all. I'm gonna actually note that. Oh right, I was gonna actually remove those setting screens that aren't there yet. Yeah, so currently the display, input, and accessibility settings aren't implemented, and I definitely planned to remove those before the playtest, so I don't know how that got past me. For the first public, like the first non-playtest build, definitely those settings will be there. So I made it. Resolution. Are you on a, does it just default to 1080? I guess like 1920 by 1080, I assumed it would default to your native screen resolution. Oh, okay, that's really unfortunate. Okay, that 21 by 9, that's really good to know. So I need to make sure at the very least it defaults to the right resolution. Thank you, Tony. That is super helpful. Alright. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and quit. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do now is play through again. I'm going to do a pistol-only challenge run. Gotta be very careful with my ammo on this one, because I don't think that there's a huge amount of pistol ammo. It's just the UI that suffers, the 3D renders correctly? Huh. Could you actually send a screenshot in Discord? I'm curious what this looks like. Cool, thanks. Does my melee not work anymore? Yeah, I think oh. Okay, yeah, the melee is not very effective. I definitely need to improve that. But it's not even like an advertised feature in the tutorial, so I doubt anybody will even realize that it has a melee button unless you've seen me doing it. Are the allies just too effective? Because it seems like I don't even have to shoot that much for them. Just let them do it. I guess that's just this.
Yeah,
initial
early on the
sequence.
allies will pretty much kill everyone for you.
Nice. Yeah, I guess that's just the early sequences, though. I think once you get to like the storage encounter, they start dying more, and you have to actually do stuff. But, you know, I think it's better than them just being useless.
Yeah, I do like actually having helpful allies.
Yeah. Also curious to see if people like the sticky aim. I added that in because I feel like, especially when the enemies are flying around, it's a little too hard to consistently aim at them, but I'm not sure if that's the right solution or not.
I don't really notice it, honestly.
Oh, really? Okay. Uh-oh. That bug's back. Ah, you turned off the sticky aim, Tony. Well, I'm glad you found the option then. Okay, so I'm sure this is the same bug. So it's not just one location that it happens in. It seems to be just kind of random. Has anybody else seen this bug yet? Where the,
No.
it just freezes on the loading screen? Okay. So should probably sort these by date rather than name. In fact, I don't know why I'm not doing that. Alright, so this 2950 is going to be the most recent one. You got stuck on the one room with all the enemies with open the airlock. Looked like I was supposed to go in the control room, but didn't see an open entrance. Okay, I think, I'm not sure if that's a bug or... There's a hatch at the bottom, but it was closed. Yeah, so there's like a side door you have to go through, but maybe that's not clear enough. So let's try the second most recent one. Oh, that was... This isn't recent at all. Okay, Tony, I wonder if this is where you got stuck. So I think that when you get to this point, it's hard to know what to do because there's actually enemies over here that you have to kill before like the level will advance, but that's not obvious at all. So I think I'll have to figure out a way to make it clear. Specifically this part of the encounter where you're up here and more enemies spawn in back behind you.
It'd be nice. I'm not sure if you're going for this, but it'd be kind of nice if during the fights things would fall to the ground so they're easier to grab.
Oh, the collectibles? I could
Or just like the health and ammo things rather than spraying to four corners.
Yeah. Yeah, I could look at that.
Or at least have them like gravitate towards you or something.
Mm-hmm. I could definitely extend the range that you kind of auto pick up stuff. Or maybe even just have them gravitate towards you all the time.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Make them pull the player from further. Yeah, that's a good idea. Extend auto pickup range. Okay, so I see your UI screenshots, Tony. So is the issue in the second pick that, like in the first pick, I'm guessing that's because that looks correct in the first pick, but in the second pick, yeah, it just looks like stuff is not, the UI isn't properly adapting. Yeah, the bottom menu's even cut off. So, yeah, it's just like the canvas scaling mode. I need to mess around with that. Yeah, because I don't think this is exactly a screen resolution issue. It's just a issue with like the UI scaling. Yeah. I see. So you were trying to like switch the game to 16:9. That makes sense. Okay, where'd those guys go? Yeah, now I got stuck at this part. They just went back in their starting room. Yeah, that's... There's no way that anyone would be able to know that. Alright. So... just add a note here. Also, the enemies go back to their storage, to their start room after not detecting player. Alright, and actually if you would like to see the notes that I'm writing, this board that I'm writing notes on is publicly visible, so I can actually paste the link to that. Let's see, does this work? Yeah. I will just post it in the Astral Horizon chat. Yeah, so you can kind of see, actually, so this is like everything I've planned, but a lot of the further off stuff isn't organized and tentative, so you can mostly ignore what's on this board. But in the Playtest 1 feedback, you can see the notes I'm writing from the playtest, if that is interesting to you. Maybe what I need to do actually here is add an objective to just defeat the enemies in the storage room before I switch you to open the cargo airlock. Because if you still have the objective to defeat enemies, then maybe you won't be trying to get through this door. It'll be more clear that there's still enemies left in this room. But it also might just feel like a bug if you don't see where the enemies are. Alright, now time for the part that's going to be really hard with the pistol. Okay, it's actually not too bad. Is there any more oxygen I can pick up in here? Yeah, so I guess one thing that is kind of tough with the pickups the enemies drop is that, at least in this room where you have limited oxygen and you have to expend your oxygen to fly around, you have to like check if it's even worth it to like fly all the way up here to pick up this oxygen thing, which I think it is, but you're still wasting a lot of oxygen to get there. So that definitely could be frustrating. I'm gonna have to be very careful with my ammo now because I don't think there are any more pistol enemies. So I think the ammo I have now might be all that I'm getting. But I also have to not die, especially since that bug will happen potentially, and well, okay, at least that worked. So it almost seems like there might be certain locations where the bug occurs, or it may just be random. Uh-oh. Yeah, those snipers will get you quickly if you're not careful. Alright, so I keep dying at that part. I wonder if there's something about this. That one outdoor encounter that's a little too hard. There's the one sniper that's pretty far away from you. I'm gonna write that down. I think that the far away sniper, the second outdoor counter wave 2 is too hard to hit. There we go. But yeah, that guy is kind of unreasonably hard. Oh, right, the snipers drop pistol ammo, because they do have pistols. think that the pistol run is practically complete. So once I finish this run, I think I'm going to start looking into that one error. Alright, I did it. Pistol run complete. Alright, yeah, so I think I did 2 runs through it, so that's probably good for that. I'm just going to start working on fixing that one bug with the loading screen. If I can get a fix-in for that, and so maybe I can put up a new build if anybody else is stuck on that. But also, you know, if you've already played through and you're done with all that, you're welcome to leave if you want to, or stay and watch. Looks like I've been on for about an hour almost, so I will probably see if I can just stay on until I can fix this bug at least. And then continue to answer questions if anybody has them. Alright. I'm pretty sure I've seen this bug before, but I thought I had fixed it. So, looking at ally bt controller.start behavior, and we unfortunately don't have line numbers in the exception trace from a build for some reason. But let's find start behavior. Yeah, so something in here, we're getting a null reference. So let's see. This can't be a null reference. I think it's probably this. The tree must be null, because that is the only place in this function where we could get a null reference. And let's see the call trace. It's coming from btcontroller.postload. That makes sense, because it does only happen when loading a game. And it seems like the tree is null after start behavior has been called.
When you're able to pick up a new weapon, like when there's one floating, it should be a little better identified.
You mean as in like telling you what kind of weapon it is instead of just saying like the name of the weapon? Or like having a better
I mean, like when it's just floating in a pile of stuff after an enemy has died, it looks
Oh.
just like anything else. It should
Yeah.
have like a color or something on it so you know it's special.
Yeah, that's true. I will put that in. because that's a very good point. Not enough indication of when a drop is a new weapon. Alright, so when start behavior gets called, oh, okay, you know what I think it is? If you have an ally that's dead, when you load a state, this is going to return. And then we're going to get here, a tree is going to be null because it's getting set by this. Okay, so what is the correct thing to do here? Let me just confirm this because I think this should occur just how I play in the editor too. Oh yeah, here's a question for anyone playing. How has the performance been? Have you noticed any like super laggy spots?
It's been running really clean.
Nice, okay. I was concerned about that because I haven't done much optimization. Alright. So to reproduce this bug, I think what I need to do is just make a save where an ally is dead. So let's just kill Arden. Oh, no, damage. Then make a manual save and load that. Alright. Yep, that is the bug. Okay, so I think actually for allies, do I want them... What do I want to happen here? So, when allies die, does their behavior stop? Because I think that's true for enemies. Let's see. BT controller... Does it have it on 0 health? Yes, it does. Ah, okay, so... On 0 health, we just disable the behavior tree. Rather than deleting it. And then when you get revived, the tree becomes re-enabled. So what I should probably do then is in start behavior, if it's dead, I don't want to just return. I want to create the behavior but disable it immediately. So yeah, we want to initialize all this stuff. And then if health.dead, we can just send the on 0 health, call that, to disable the tree. Hopefully this doesn't do anything unexpected.
When your allies are down and you go back to an air lake, are they supposed to teleport back to you?
Yes. Yeah, what
Okay.
actually happens in that case? Do they like teleport to you but they're still dead?
Yeah, they just appear in the airlock with you.
Okay. Maybe they should just be revived. Because if you when you go through an airlock,
Yeah, because you just revive them anyway.
that's essentially a loading screen. Um, so if they don't teleport to you, they might be in the level that gets unloaded.
Hmm.
Okay, so what I probably need to do is just revive allies when you teleport. Yeah. Oh, uh-oh. Still didn't work. Alright, let's step through this and see what's happening.
I think I just got a. It got stuck on the loading screen after I got killed on the catwalk.
Yep, that is the bug that I am seeing. You're gonna have to probably Alt F4 to get out of the game. But you should be able, if
Yeah.
you load a previous autosave, hopefully that will work. But that's not the most intuitive thing, so if you would prefer to just be done, that is totally fine too.
Oh yeah, the program just crashed when I tried that.
Okay. I am in the process of fixing that bug, so I should be able to post a fixed build within a few minutes. Okay, so we're gonna put a...
Yeah, when I reopened it, just let me start from my latest save.
Oh, it did? Nice. Like it worked?
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll see if I die on the same spot, we'll see if it repeats.
Yeah. One thing you can do is if you press F5, that'll make a quick save. It's more of a debug feature because there are certain points where if you save, it'll kind of break things. But if you want to just make a quick save when your allies are alive, so that you at least have a safe spot to go back to, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we are in the ally and health is dead. Oh, wait, what? Did it not recompile? Is that the issue? Because we just skipped over everything. Alright, I think there's something funny going on. Yeah, it just hadn't recompiled my code.
I'm also running into a bug on the catwalk where, with the sniper scope, when you zoom in, it no longer highlights enemies in red.
Okay, yeah, I think I've seen that bug too, and that is an issue because you can't really
Yeah,
see
and
where
on the
they are.
catwalk, like, because the background is so dark.
Yeah. All right. That should be fairly easy to fix, I think. Oh boy. Well, the bug's not happening, but now she's just clipping through the floor. I guess that's better. Wonder how that's like gonna happen every time or just a random thing. Happened that time. That's weird. Okay, so probably when... Let's see. In this state, where is her position, technically? It's here. So, theoretically, when we load her state, her position should still be there. But it seems like that's not the case. Yeah, it's way down there. Oh, wait. No, so she's still up here. Oh, it's an animation issue. Okay. So it's because when we load her state and she's already dead, she's not playing any animation yet, and we immediately ragdoll her. And the pose when a character's not playing any animation is something like this, where they're kind of in the ground. So we need to like play one frame of her animation before we ragdoll her. Let's see, where's the best place to do that? Is it the ragdoll controller?
I've got to sign off, but it's been fun. I might get back on later.
Thanks, yeah, thanks so much for playing.
Yep, see you soon.
See you later. Alright, I am probably going to hop out of the Discord voice chat because I don't think anyone else is joining that. But I will stay on the stream for a little while. All right. So there's some place where we set in this. Is it just okay on 0? Excuse me, on 0 health. Now, I think what I did do is I added a parameter here where it'll pass in whether the game is loading or not. And if it is loading, then what I want to do is probably wait for the animation controller to establish a frame before I ragdoll. All right, let's see. Let's see how. If I just wait 1 frame, I wonder if that'll be enough. Let's try it. Alright, so now we wait a frame before ragdolling on loading a state. Not sure if this is going to work or not, because it might be that the animation controller might also automatically like disable itself when they die. But I don't think that's the case, because I think the ragdoll controller is what's responsible for disabling the animation. All right. Okay, that did not work. Here's a question. What if I wait a second? Just so I can kind of see what happens. Okay, so that works. But waiting 1 frame didn't work. Could I do something like forcing the animation controller to update? What is, I think it's Animotor, right? Yeah, Animotor. So there's somewhere in here where it's going to be telling the animator to update. I think, does that explicitly. Oh, is it in late update? It's not in late update. Maybe I'm not explicitly updating the animator. Is there a way to do that? I was pretty sure that... I thought I was doing that. Oh, evaluate. That's what it is. Alright. So that's what I would call, and then let's see if I'm actually doing that anywhere. Not in... okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of things. Maybe I'm not doing it. I want to find it only within asset scripts. This is a curve. It's a timeline. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'm not using it, I'm not evaluating it explicitly, but I think I should be able to. So let's add a public void force establish frame. Right, so we evaluate all the animations. Then does that like... Alright, I'm hoping that doesn't like force it into manual mode or something. But let's try that. We actually don't even probably need this. We can just do that. Alright, so save and load. That did not work. Is this just not recompiling my code again? Or is this not set yet? It's possible that when this happens, the animation hasn't even been loaded yet. No, that wouldn't make sense because the ragdoll activates that too, so then we'd get a null reference. Alright, animation is true. Update all this stuff. Update locomotion mixtures. So now we evaluate the animator. Maybe we have to, like, wait a frame before... Oops. Yeah, let's go back to waiting a frame and see if that fixes it. So maybe that's just not, like, synchronous or something. Yep, I think that fixed it. Oops. Cool. So that is now good. I think that bug, which has been haunting me for a while, is actually fixed now. And then, let's see, before I make this build, I also want to fix those sounds that I messed up, which I think is in the hover. No, it's in the hover movement. Yeah, okay, so this is the issue. The thrust sound is... the dash sound is dash. Okay. I can actually just revert that. Because, yeah, there's something with my property drawer for these master audio. Actually, I don't know if it's my property drawer or just the master audio one, but it messes it up if you have multiple objects selected with different values. So maybe I can, like, update it to just not do anything if you have multiple objects selected, because that was better than messing it up. Or just, like, show it as a string field or something. Alright. So that... yeah, okay, that's fixed now. And those were the only two things I think were urgent to fix. So I'm going to go ahead and make a build. And mark those things as done. Right. Looks like the build finished. So we're just going to delete the old zip file and make a new one with the same name. Alright, and we have our new zip. Let's test out this build real quick. Yeah, it seems to have worked. Was the dead? Yes, the dead allies was what was messing up, was causing that save bug. There was a null reference because I wasn't creating their behavior tree if they were dead upon loading a game. But and that was the right behavior for enemies, but for allies it wouldn't work because they can get revived. But yeah, that should be fixed in this build. So, and yeah, I made the zip file. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and upload that to Google Drive, and it will replace the old one, so the link shouldn't change. But that is going to take a while to upload. All right. So I'm thinking I'm going to probably sign off now because we've been going for an hour and a half. I think stuff is petered out a little bit, and I did a couple run-throughs and fixed the kind of most critical bugs. So for anybody who is still playing, thanks so much, and I will let you keep going. Of course, you can keep messaging me questions in Discord, but I think I'm going to end the stream. And the build will still be up for at least a week after this. So yeah, to everybody who joined, thanks so much for playing and for your feedback. I'll stream my playthrough on the next version shortly. Oh, nice. Yeah, I would be super happy to see any videos that people can make of their playthroughs. But yeah, again, thanks so much for playing and for your feedback. And this will be really helpful to make the game better. I'm still hoping to have the first kind of more public version, meaning like available on itch.io probably at the end of July. So it's another like 2.5 months that I have to implement this feedback. And I don't have a date planned yet, but I'll probably schedule another playtest that'll be something like this, just for another version of the game. And maybe I'll try to do that in a month. So anyway, thank you so much for joining. And let's see, I think I should be able to be back next week. Yeah, so I will be back next week. And I will see you then. Goodbye.